a barren desert, transformed into a neon paradise. A city built on mobsters, atomic bombs, and billion-dollar dreams. This is the wildest, weirdest, and most wicked history you've never heard, the true story of Las Vegas. From outlaw beginnings to the world's entertainment capital, buckle up. This ride through Sin City's past is anything but ordinary. History of Las Vegas. The early period. Ancient inhabitants and indigenous cultures. The earliest known inhabitants of the Las Vegas Valley were Paiute Indian peoples, whose presence dates back approximately 12,000 years. These early settlers left behind tools and artifacts discovered at various archaeological sites, offering glimpses into their way of life. Their descendants, including the southern Paiute, later thrived in the region, adapting to the arid climate and relying on seasonal migration between the valley and the surrounding mountains. Another significant group, the ancestral Puebloans, Anasazi, also settled in the area, leaving behind remnants of their complex society, including pottery and petroglyphs that continue to provide insights into their culture and traditions. The arrival of European explorers. The first recorded European contact with the Las Vegas Valley came in 1829 when a Spanish expedition, led by Antonio Armijo, traversed the region in search of a trade route between Santa Fe and Los Angeles. A scout named Rafael Rivera is credited with discovering the valley's lush meadows and natural springs, which led Armijo to mark the area on his maps as Las Vegas, Spanish for the meadows. That same year, American trappers, including the renowned frontiersman Kit Carson, passed through the area, further solidifying its place in the network of exploration. Carson would return in 1844 as a guide for John Charles Fremont's pioneering expedition, which extensively mapped and documented the region. Mormon settlement and early challenges. By 1855, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, saw potential in the Las Vegas Valley and dispatched a group of missionaries, led by William Bringhurst, to establish a settlement. The settlers constructed a log fort and cultivated fields, hoping to create a sustainable agricultural community. However, the harsh desert conditions and unpredictable climate posed immense challenges. In 1856, the discovery of lead deposits in the nearby Spring Mountains spurred interest in mining. Under instructions from LDS leader Brigham Young, metallurgists were sent from Salt Lake City to extract and process the ore, intending to manufacture tools and ammunition. Despite their efforts, the mining operation failed to yield significant profits at the time. It wasn't until World War I that the Paiute mine became a valuable source of galena ore and silver. Abandonment and continued struggles. The Mormon settlement faced a series of setbacks, including crop failures due to harsh conditions and insect infestations. Internal discord among the settlers led to Bringhurst's removal as leader, and under Samuel Thompson's leadership, the situation failed to improve. By the end of 1857, demoralized and struggling for survival, the Mormon missionaries abandoned their fort and returned to Salt Lake City. Despite this, sporadic attempts to settle the region continued. In the following years, notable Mormon pioneers such as Daniel and Bonelli returned to the area, establishing a ferry system along the Colorado River to facilitate trade and travel. The transition to statehood and early 20th century development. For much of the late 19th century, the Las Vegas Valley remained largely uninhabited. Originally part of Arizona Territory, the region was annexed by the state of Nevada in 1866. With its remote location and limited water resources, settlement remained sparse. By the 1900 census, Las Vegas had a recorded population of just 30 people, primarily ranch workers living near the ruins of the abandoned Mormon fort. The transformation of Las Vegas from a small desert outpost into a thriving city would come in the early 20th century with the arrival of the railroad, setting the stage for its explosive growth and eventual emergence as a world-renowned entertainment and gambling hub. History of Las Vegas. The early 20th century. The rise of Las Vegas as a railroad town. At the dawn of the 20th century, Las Vegas was a modest settlement, dwarfed in size and significance by Searchlight, a booming mining town located approximately 60 miles, 100 kilometers, to the south. However, the fortunes of Las Vegas began to shift with the arrival of William A. Clark, a prominent mining magnate and influential politician from Montana. Clark, for whom present-day Clark County is named, recognized the strategic importance of Las Vegas due to its reliable artesian springs. As a key investor in the railroad linking Los Angeles to Salt Lake City, he saw the valley as an ideal refueling and water stop along the route. Clark swiftly took action, purchasing a substantial tract of land in the Las Vegas Valley and securing water rights to its springs. Using his considerable political and economic influence, including blatant bribery of legislators, he ensured the construction of a critical railroad depot in the area. This decision would mark the beginning of Las Vegas' transformation from an isolated desert outpost into a bustling hub of commerce and transportation. The 1905 land auction and the birth of a town. In May 1905, Clark organized an ambitious land auction near the newly established railroad depot. To attract investors, he heavily promoted the event in Los Angeles and Salt Lake City, touting the area's potential as a major railway junction. The auction exceeded all expectations, with nearly every available lot selling quickly. Among the purchases was a station cafe, which became home to the town's first casino, an early hint of the city's future identity. Recognizing the need for infrastructure to support the growing community, Clark reinvested a portion of the auction proceeds into building a pipeline from the springs to the depot. He also funded the digging of a well to provide a steady water supply. Additionally, he contributed to the expansion of secondary rail lines connecting Las Vegas to the remote but lucrative mining towns of Tonopah and Goldfield, further solidifying its role as a vital transit and supply center. Prostitution, gambling, and early struggles. Though Las Vegas initially grew at a gradual pace, one district experienced rapid development, an area designated for legally sanctioned prostitution and gambling. This vice district quickly became the heart of local entertainment and commerce, drawing both fortune seekers and lawbreakers. However, in 1910, the Nevada legislature passed a law banning gambling, forcing the city's casinos to go underground. Despite the official prohibition, illicit gaming operations flourished, laying the groundwork for Las Vegas' future reputation as a gambling mecca. On May 15, 1905, Las Vegas was officially founded, setting the stage for its meteoric rise in the decades to come. The town continued to grow in population and significance, leading to its incorporation on March 16, 1911, 2 years after it was designated the county seat. With gambling poised for a resurgence and new economic opportunities on the horizon, Las Vegas was on the verge of a transformation that would make it one of the most iconic cities in the world. Development as a tourist destination. By the early 1920s, Las Vegas saw a significant transition with William A. Clark selling his share of the railroad to the Union Pacific Company in 1921. Around this time, small ranches began to emerge in and around the city, some of which were covertly operated as brothels. The town quickly became a favored weekend getaway for residents of Los Angeles, drawn by its lenient laws, gambling opportunities, and desert allure. An influx of visitors from the Hollywood movie industry further contributed to a local economic boom, pushing the population past 5,000 by 1930. Adding to the appeal, Nevada's newly relaxed divorce laws in the late 1920s allowed individuals to establish residency and file for divorce after just 6 weeks, luring many Californians to Las Vegas for a quick and discreet legal separation. This legal loophole brought a steady flow of temporary residents, further bolstering the local economy. However, it was the construction of the Boulder Dam, later renamed Hoover Dam, in the 1930s that provided the greatest economic boost to Las Vegas during the Great Depression. One of the largest public works projects in U.S. history, the dam provided 2 crucial resources that would enable the city's future growth: water and hydroelectric power. More immediately, thousands of dam workers flooded into Las Vegas on weekends, seeking entertainment, gambling, and other diversions, fueling the city's emerging tourism and hospitality industry. Wartime and early post-war growth. With the outbreak of World War II, Las Vegas experienced another surge in growth. As the construction workers moved on, they were replaced by defense workers and military personnel. Nevada Senator Pat McCarran successfully lobbied the federal government to establish 2 major military installations near Las Vegas in 1941, a magnesium processing plant in Henderson, and a military airfield northeast of the city. The latter, now known as Nellis Air Force Base, expanded to encompass an area of approximately 1,350 square miles, 3,500 square kilometers, including the U.S. Air Force's vast testing range northwest of the city. The influx of military personnel and defense workers brought thousands of new residents and created an increased demand for entertainment and accommodations. During this period, Las Vegas' growing hospitality industry began attracting top-tier entertainers. Hotel owners, recognizing the influx of visitors, booked renowned performers such as Frank Sinatra, Tommy Dorsey, and the Andrews Sisters, further cementing the city's reputation as a premier entertainment destination. After World War II, many returning soldiers chose to settle in Las Vegas, drawn by new opportunities and the increasingly modern infrastructure. The rapid adoption of air conditioning technology made the desert climate far more livable, leading to a dramatic increase in population. Between 1940 and 1950, the city's population nearly tripled, and it more than doubled again throughout the 1950s. This explosive post-war growth, fueled by entertainment, hospitality, and a booming military presence, set the foundation for Las Vegas' transformation into the world-famous resort city it would soon become. Las Vegas proves one thing: against all odds, magic can rise from the dust. A city that gambled on itself and won. So tell us, what blows your mind most? The mob's hidden casinos? The atomic tourism craze? Or that a desert town became the place for wildest shows on Earth? Drop your favorite Vegas fact below. We read every comment.